Let's take a look at broadly the trends that we're seeing in the aviation industry in Africa. We see the continent emerging as a global player. We see the economy is growing rapidly. Is demand for air travel growing in line with this?
Yeah, obviously the demand for aviation is growing in Africa. I will consider the industry in Africa. And I will consider Africa as a sleeping giant with the industry. We have the numbers. If you look at the entire continent, we have the numbers. The demand could be very high. The only thing we need is to push the facilities, upgrade our facilities, and ensure safety and security of the industry. And then we'll see growth in the aviation industry in Africa.
Let's talk about upgrading facilities and the current capacity that you have at Ghana's airport. Give us an idea of the number of airlines that you have flying into the airport, and are you looking at expanding this capacity?
Well, that is a major program. In fact, we have adopted a master plan that is a 20-year program, and we're going to budget of about $50 million for the 20-year period to upgrade all our facilities. We're increasing the boarding gates. Accra Airport is a very small one, but we are functional airport. And the demand by other airlines to fly into Ghana is growing. We have to cope with it. Looking ahead, we are continuously improving the touchdown zone. We have all the security equipment in place. Access is restricted to only authorized personnel. And we also looking at one of our domestic airports is located in the northern part of Ghana, which is called a Tamale Airport. We want to use this as an alternate international airport to Accra, so that in case of decongesting the Accra airport to cope, we will be operating some of the international flights from that airport.
Now, $50 million, you say in the next 20 years, Ghana Airports Company is currently 100% owned by the Ghanaian government. Where's this money coming from in order to fund this increase in capacity and improve safety and security at the airport?
You know, the Ghana Airports Company Limited is a limited liability company, but 100% owned by government. We're self-financing and self-accounting. So the revenue that we generate from concessionaires, landing and parking charges, royalties, is what we manage efficiently to ensure that we provide these facilities.
You mentioned safety and security, one of the big issues. Currently, the International Civil Aviation Association is the governing body that checks the safety and security at the airport. How does Ghana's Airports Company measure up when it comes to safety at airports? We subject ourselves to ICAO audit, and there's something called the Oversight Audit Program, and we subject ourselves to it. We have our own internal safety management system, and there's a dedicated section that manages this. We ensure that they meet regularly and share ideas and make sure the checklist that they provide, they ensure that the weaknesses that they identify in the safety and security facilities are resolved. Are there weaknesses? Are there concerns from your point of view? Honestly, now obviously there's, you are investing in this. So where do you see the key weaknesses when it comes to safety? Obviously,
I mean, safety is something that we should be concerned about, and you don't take anything for granted. The fact that there is no disaster doesn't mean that we are not vulnerable. So we keep our eyes open. We ensure that we revise continuously and revise. What we do, you see, you can have all the facilities and training required, but it is a different issue in the event of any actual disaster. To prepare ourselves for that, we simulate real-life situation disaster, and all the stakeholders are brought on board. We have the Air Force, the police, the hospital agencies, the press, and we create a control center where an imagined disaster occurs. And then the various stakeholders are brought on board to address the issue. This is what we go on to do continuously. So we try to be prepared for any event.
Now, when it comes to increasing capacity, you've currently got 30 international airlines, 2 privately owned carriers. Where is demand particularly coming from in the rest of the world for travel into and out of Ghana? And also on the continent, where do you see the most travel within the continent?
Well, they come all over from the continent. You know, Ghana has just started producing oil, petrol. And petrol itself comes with its own ancillary industry. And so this is one of the driving forces for the high demand for our services at Kotoka International Airport.
Our international, given the oil revenues and the growing Ghanaian economy, are there private investors looking to come and help you invest in increasing capacity at the airport and perhaps at the other airport that you cite?
There is a high demand by the private players. There's something we call PPP, Private Partnership Program, which we have complied with. And most of the facilities we are grading, we have private participation. Otherwise, we could not help, but we want to open up for private sector to play a key role in the aviation industry in Ghana. This is helping a lot.